Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Keystone Avalanche 320 RK fifth wheel. You guys picked a cool unit here. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a couple of things taken into consideration when parking. On your campsite, you have plenty of room for your awning to come in and out. Of course, back over here on your off campsite, leave plenty of room for your slides, but I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your water docking stations could be toward the front of the unit, on your off camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and you're going to plug in on the rear of the unit. So park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, unhook your hitch. You're going to come over here to your campsite front compartment here where your battery is. And back here is going to be your landing leg controls. Just extend to raise or retract to bring down. I recommend on a unit this big, get a stick-on level, put it on the off camp side, have someone watch that while you're bringing these down. Bring your unit down to your level. Once you got your unit level, go ahead and put down your rear stabilizing jacks. I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, keep them from melting into the hot blacktop in the summer. And back here, so push that and extend your stabilizing feet down. As you see, sometimes one side will come down and the other side will come down after that. Watch your feet. Make sure you flatten your feet out. And go ahead, retract this. Go ahead and run these down. Now you're only going to want to run these down until they're taut. Once you feel like it's going to start to lift your unit, go ahead and stop. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. You only want to bring it down to stabilize our unit. Run these back up. Once our unit's level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Your 50 amp power cord plugs in this back rear corner. If you need to plug into a 30 amp site, there's a 50 to 30 amp reducer, dog bone as we like to call it. If you ever need to plug into a 110, there's a 30 to 15 amp reducer that you can put on there as well. Get your power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. Coming all the way up in here to your docking station. At campsites, we're going to hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting water in here. Hook up your water pressure regulator, hook up your hose, but don't turn the hose on yet. Just to the right over here is going to be your hot water heater. This will lift right off here. All we're going to do at this point, make sure our drain plug's back in. Get your drain plug back in there nice and tight. That's going to be 1 1/8 inches. Once that's in there snug, go ahead and turn on that hose. Now after that hose has been on for a little while, we can go inside and deploy all of our slides. Our unit's level and stable. I need you to deploy them because I want you to get into all of your water taps. Go in there and open up all of your water taps. Get all the air out of the lines. Get a nice steady flow of water going through them. Shut them off, and then you'll know your hot water heater is full, and you can turn that on from indoors. Let's say we're going to go dry camping or boondocking. In that case, you're just going to fill up your fresh water tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply use a hose. Two ways to tell when that's full. There's an overflow valve right here, or on the inside where you check the levels of your battery and black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Hold that button down until you see this is full. Once it is, remove your hose, put your cap back on here, and then when you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump and using city water. That is already pressurized. Alright, we're all set up with power and water. Let me walk you around the rest of the unit starting here in this docking station. We have a light, cable and satellite hookups, a 110 out here. Again, city water, fresh water. That's your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite and dumping your black tanks. You have a hot and cold shower in here. Over to your right is going to be your inlet for your antifreeze. Your water heater bypass, which is on right now because your unit is winterized. Black and gray tank dumps, and your low point drains. Here is a cap to run your hoses down through here for convenience, so you can keep this docking station closed. Also have a soap dispenser up here, keep your job nice and sanitary. Big pass-through storage area here. Your propane is on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open. Turns green when you got gas. Get that backed off. Continuing down your off-camp side, this is a flue for your furnace. If you run your furnace, steer clear of that. It does get hot. And make sure nothing's ever blocking it. Again, your hot water heater. There's where our sewage hose will hook up to dump our black and gray tanks. Underneath there by that tire, there's going to be a little low point drain for your fresh water tank. That'll be easier to get to when your slides close and you're leaving the campsite. Again, back here, your access to the back of your fridge. Extra gray tank to dump back here. Again, your power. You got a ladder. Utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year. Check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Stabilizing jack power. Over on your campsite, there's a hand crank for your spare tire. Your big awning. Continuing up here with a couple of outdoor speakers. Porch light. Again, your pass-through storage. Over here, your hydraulic system. There's your battery. Again, your landing control. And some docking lights. For up front here. And then big storage up here. That about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look inside your unit. Alright, so coming up inside your unit. First thing I like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. We're going to come up our steps here. Look at this beautiful mirror, which is hiding our control panels. Alright, so I'm going to start on the left. This is going to be slide control. Everything's all on one. Here's your awning. On your awning, you only want to run these out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see the bar. These will continue to run themselves out backwards, so keep an eye on it when you run it out. Make sure you don't run it out further than you need to. Yours does come out rather quick too, so like I said, keep an eye on it and just run it out to the point that is necessary. To the right of that is going to be where we test our tanks. So hold that down. That'll tell when your fresh water is full, your black tank and your gray tanks, and your battery over here. Down here is where you turn on your water pump. Over to the right here is where you turn on your water heater. Ceiling light, entry light, porch lights, and your fan light. Fan up there. Coming out of our control panel to your living room, your entertainment center. Turn your TV on for you. Just wherever you get, you want to run a digital channel scan or plug into their cable. Down below that is your sound system. Stone, haven't heard of them, but looks like it might be a nice system here. Turn it up, try to find a channel. Hard to pick up anything in this metal building, but there we go. So we're 3 zones: indoors, kitchen area, and then outdoors. All 3. You can mute everything at once. Shut the mute back off. Turn that down. DVD player, CD player. Several different modes on this thing. Auxiliaries, 2 auxiliaries, radio. Push that in and shut that off over here. There's your sofa. Individual lighting throughout the unit. Your dinette. Strap your chairs in for travel. Coming into your kitchen, we will talk about your Dometic fridge. Turn that on up here. So auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're running off gas. Press that in, and now you're just running off gas. If this light starts flashing, then you know your gas is low. 1 through 5, 5 being the coldest. Fantastic vent. Turn that on up here. They need new batteries. Coming into your kitchen, self-explanatory microwave. You have a light and a fan above your cooktop. These, you would just turn the light, hit your spark when your gas is on. That'll light there. Same thing over here on the oven. You would do a pilot light and get inside and light that. Lots of manuals from the original owner still here. You have the sofa. Oh, let me come back up underneath your fridge here. This is where your carbon monoxide and propane detectors at. Now we'll head back up into the bathroom area. To your thermostat in the hallway. Turn your AC on here. Hear that kick on. Shut your AC off. You hear that shuts off rather quickly. Let's turn your heat on. Furnace kicked on. Now when I shut the furnace off, you'll notice that it takes a few minutes for the furnace fan to cycle through before it shuts off. In your bathroom, 110 with GFCI reset. Some plumbing to maintain. Just keep an eye on it down in here. You are bouncing the house down the road. Make sure that when you travel, you have this door snapped closed. Same thing with your bedroom door. Make sure these are nice and closed. Here's your antenna. Crank that all the way to the left for up, all the way to the right for down. Extra smoke alarm up here in need of batteries. Prep for a TV inside your closet here. Just remember, if you hook a TV up here, before you run your digital channel scan, make sure that green light's on. That's a digital channel enhancer, and that'll allow you to pick up more channels. Your big closet. Make sure that your closet for travel is latch closed. And lastly, no storage under the bed. You have individual lighting up here. And that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I'll start in the bedroom and bathroom, shut my lights off, make sure my doors are secure. Then I'm going to come to my control panel and shut off all my lighting from here. Then I can look around and see individual lighting that I need to walk through the unit and shut off. Walk through, clip all these off. This will be your entry light. Oh, the last one is by hand here. Once we got all of our lights off, go ahead and hit your ceiling lights here. And I'm going to say doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed, that nothing's going to impede your slide from coming in. And we're simply going to hit in. That's going to bring in your bedroom slide first. Again, make sure your dresser drawers are closed. Nothing's in between your dresser and your bed. And in turn, your living room closes up. And just that quickly, your unit's closed up. Shut off your lights. Exit our unit. So your door sits back here on a magnet. Before you leave the dump station, you may want to go inside and check your tanks here when you're doing your dumps. But before you leave your dump station, make sure you lock and deadbolt this door, lift and turn this handle, and you are ready for travel. At this point, we're going to go ahead and bring up these stabilizing jacks, unhook our power, our water, and our cable. If we are boondocking, dry camping, we're going to get up underneath there and dump that freshwater tank. Otherwise, hook up your hitch and head on up to your dump station. Now, you do get a 10-foot hose that comes with your convenience pack. We do sell longer, stronger, bigger ones. You can do a Y. You're going to have a couple dumps here. You're going to dump a black and gray tank up here, sewage first, and then back here at the back, you're going to have your extra gray tank. So start up here, stop, hook up your hose, open this handle here, come up in here, and pull our black tank. That's going to be your sewage. You can listen for that to be empty, or again, you can go inside and press your black tank to make sure it's empty. Once it is empty, leave that black handle open. Again, grab this water pressure regulator and come up here to this sewer tank flusher. Hook the hose up at the dump station. Let that run for a good 5 minutes. Let it wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close your hose. Make sure that all that drain water you just put in there has washed out, and then close your black handle. After that, pull this gray handle. That's going to be cleaner water. It's your sinks and your showers. While that's draining, go ahead and dump these low point drains. When those are done, come on over here to your hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to dump some hot water out of here. Push that handle back down, otherwise your door won't come back on. And then you can pull your low point drain on your hot water heater. Be sure to put your door back on. Come back over here. That gray tank should be empty. Go ahead and close that. Grab your hose. If you don't get a bigger, longer, stronger one, come on back here, hook up that hose, and pull this gray tank. Again, cleaner water is your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Then you can conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right there in your bumper. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Avalanche for many years to come. Happy camping.